So have you ever been paging through the Pottery Barn catalog and you start throwing things in your cart and you realize it would cost like $144 for placemats, essentially? Yeah, you can make those. I'm gonna show you how. I'm gonna show you how to make those using a hula skirt from the dollar store. I swear this isn't a gimmick. And you can make this, and it's beautiful. Anyway, let's get started and I'll tell you more about why the hula skirt. If you need raffia for a project, you cannot do better than getting yourself a hula skirt from the dollar store. It is made of natural raffia, and the great thing is that you get so much of it for $1. And at Michael's, for a tangled little bag, it's like $7. So the other nice thing about the skirt is none of it is tangled. So anyway, if you can get your hands on these skirts, I would just buy several of them if you use raffia at all. The first thing you'll want to do is to braid your raffia to create some of the braided grass ropes. So you can make really skinny braids just using a strand of raffia per, but what I would actually recommend is using each of those individual bundles. If you have the skirt, each one has about 4 strands, and you will take those in just a standard braiding fashion with a left over center, right over center, left over center, continuing down until you get a braid, and then you can tape it off at the end. Continue this way until you have the entire skirt braided, or you have about 20 braids to work with. Next, grab an old Amazon box, because you know you have 8 million of them, and cut out a circle about the size of the charger / placemat that you want to create. I did mine at about 14 inches because my dinner plates are about 11 inches. So just leave a few inches around the edge so that you can see that pretty braided grass. I'm editing the video right now and I wanted to break in with a hot tip for you. If you need a sturdier charger, don't use cardboard. Use one of the dollar store pizza pans. It'll make your charger cost like $2 instead, but that's still way cheaper than $12. Anyway, so try that. Once your circle's ready to go, grab one of your braids of raffia, and you can keep the taped end on this one because we're going to wrap on top of it. So take a hot glue bead, put it in the exact center of that circle and glue down your braided raffia, but make sure the part that's on the glue is the non-taped part. Look at the video if that made no sense. Then I want you to wrap it around, and then your braid's gonna go on top of that taped piece, and that is going to sort of cover that up, but I keep it taped just because I feel like it's a stronger start and it's going to keep everything together as you go. Continue to glue and wrap that braid around in a spiral. Make sure that you're tucking that braid very close to the braid that's already glued down. You almost even want to go underneath the braid because you don't want to see any of that cardboard. Once you reach the end of a braid, clip it right before the tape and glue that piece really well down so that it doesn't sort of unravel on you. Then get your next braid, cut off the taped end there, and butt it right up against the cut end of the piece that's already glued down. And just use a lot of glue. Make sure it's not seeping out, but just generously glue those pieces and it's going to blend all together. You won't even see those little seams. Now just continue to go until you reach the edge of your cardboard or pizza pan. When you get to the far edge at some point of this sort of circle, then you can just take some scissors and cut off any of that excess cardboard that is showing. I promised you it would be gorgeous. Be sure to check out next week's video because I'm going to show you one other project you can do with this whole braided grass thing and you won't want to miss it.